Okay, attempt number 2. Sounds coming through on my end. Alright. This is just a recording test. Apparently this game might be a trouble to record. Because I just had to this is my third attempt now at trying to record this. The first one I had no sound in my headphones for no reason. The second one, apparently the game had locked out my recording key, which is weird. But whatever. So, I'm gonna need to do all sorts of technical troubleshooting here, just to see volume controls and stuff. So, bear with me for now, as I sort stuff out. But this is Dragons Dogma. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go through the audio real quick. Music's nice, sound effects are nice, voice is most important by a lot. I'm gonna reduce sound effects, I'm gonna reduce music, because this game has really weird audio, as you can probably already tell. At the beginning there, for some reason, the volume of this game is normal when you start it, and then once you go online, I think it's a microphone thing or something where it's using your microphone and your speakers for online use, even though this game has no voice chat. So for some reason it drops the volume in half on a lot of stuff. I just hope it doesn't drop the volume on my microphone. So I'm going to save that for now. What I'm going to do is I'm probably going to get into the city, or get into the game, do some talking to NPCs, and I'm probably going to cut the recording and come back in after I've personally checked to see how stuff is and adjusted the levels. But this is Dragons Dogma. I'm not going to be starting a new game because this game is really weird in how it works. This game has one save file. Even on PC, one save file and the checkpoint save file. So if you start a new game, it erases your save file. Which is bad because, I'm on New Game Plus and I don't want to lose that save file. Sure, I could back it up and start a new game, but the New Game Plus in this game is actually really good. More or less, once you've beaten the game, everything stays the same, you just keep your levels. So I'm going to be basically overpowered for this game, but considering this game is 100 hours if you try and do everything your first time through, or 150 hours if you're like me and you play it for 2 weeks straight and just leave it on while you go and eat and stuff. 150 hours. I was probably idle for 20 hours of that. Plus I wasted a lot of time doing nothing, so yeah. I'm gonna be doing this New Game Plus. I will be overpowered. I'll try and mitigate that. Not gonna be able to because, you gain stats as you level up, and those stats are gonna make a huge difference even if I use the worst weapons in the game. So yeah, we'll just load the game and play Dragons Dogma. As far as I'm aware, yes, let's begin a new game for this data. So yeah, as I was saying, as far as I'm aware, this game's New Game Plus, you get to watch all the cutscenes again and everything. It should be fine. Okay, countless lifetimes come to pass. As this text scrolls really slowly. Le plaisir délicieux est toujours nouveau d'une occupation inutile. Henri de Régnier. In case you can't tell, I'm French. French-Canadian. Oh, we've got ourselves a portal of some sort. Why are there harpies? That looks bad. Okay. That looks worse. Bad to worse. I'm also got to check for desync issues since I'm back to letting Fraps record by microphone audio instead of by default program, just because I'm lazy and I don't feel like using Microsoft's audio thing. Which is why I'm going to have to really double check the levels, make sure my voice isn't overpowering the game volume, and do all sorts of changes like that. Either way, it looks like we've got ourselves a dragon. Oh boy. That's not good. Well, hopefully I don't have to fight that thing anytime soon. Well, I think our dragon just had a lunch on the go, and I guess he's going over there. Cool. So yeah, this game has a lot of loading screens. Thankfully, they're not overly long. I think they're a lot shorter than what they were on PC. Oh, it basically gives me the same character I made last time. Yeah, I'll confirm that, because I could actually change that as I go. Pretty sure that's the character I had last time. Okay, I hope you guys could read that, because the loading screens in this game were made for Xbox and PS3. You probably got the pause to have read that, because the loading screens are much faster on PC, but they're still slow. Oh boy, children. Always great to see children in video games, you know, no dragon murdering everyone. Little sunshine, clearly morning. Look at that PS3 hair, early PS3 hair. Oh God, his face.
The dragon's return is nigh. Join the honourable Duke's ranks and help us be rid of the fell beast. The day's come to lay down rod and reel and take up the sword.
Yes, I'm sure these fishermen will do a good job against this dragon. Like, did you see that thing? It's gonna kill everyone. Oh, random wind. Huh? Look at these, like, Monty Python guys. They're gonna go fight the Black Knight or something, I'm sure, and probably lose.
It's the dragon!
How would we feel the dragon's wing beats or whatever that was from way over there if he's not even in sight yet? What the hell? Oh, come on, you could have possibly seen that and ran all the way here. It's fine though. Early PS3. Okay, it wasn't that early PS3, it was maybe 3 years into its life cycle. 2 or 3 years. I think this was... I want to say 2010. Maybe it was 2011. In which case, that would be like 4 years in. This game doesn't look the best anymore. Like, this looks like better than PS2 for sure, as far as the graphics go. But like the hair like specifically looks really bad in this game. And I'm on PC and I've got like my details set really high and stuff for most stuff. Great, I turned grass down because who cares about grass? I'm not going to stare at grass playing this game. And honestly, I don't need that affecting my draw distance, because this game already does have draw distance problems. Well, I guess we're fighting this thing. I think everyone in front of it just died. He certainly did. Well, that didn't work. Okay, so how am I gonna kill this thing? I don't have... Okay, I do have a sword. Wow, its weak spot isn't even there yet. Wow. Okay, well, I got 2 hits in. Yeah, you're not supposed to win that fight. I tried. I really did. It's what you call unwinnable. I don't even think it's transferred over my stats from my previous playthrough yet, so... For a brief time, we are actually at the proper level for this. Yeah, I'm not doing so hot here. I think I probably broke all of my ribs. English, please? So, someone's getting a little bit excited here. Okay. Pointing at me? That's more than a point. Sir. 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 How am I still even... I think I would have been dead long before I got to see that. Dude, you don't even have a heart. Why? The fact that you have the strength to reach out is kind of amazing right now, sir. God, my character's like overpowered. Even though I'm clearly dead. Like, Jesus Christ, this guy. Super strong. I don't think there was that many guys on the beach left after that fire breath attack.
Help me! He's still alive!
How? I like how everyone else on the beach despawns so that those two guys could load in and run up. You notice that little thing? This game is silly. It's a really good game. Trust me, I just beat it last night, to be honest. Oh. Dragon's talking.
Take up arms, nearly everything.
Okay. So you want me to fight you again so you can, you know, finish your little magic trick? You know, swap me down, put my heart back in or something? That'd be a cool little magic trick. You know, everyone in the crowd will applaud and everything. It'll be great. Not sure the dragon understands how, you know, hearts work. Also, it's kind of weird that he wouldn't just outright kill me, but okay. So yeah, there's a bunch of vocations I can choose. I'm not going to be leveling up anytime soon. I think I'm actually just going to go fighter, just to get some vocation ranks in early. Because quite honestly...
You say it left a glowing scar?
Yes. The wound has closed, and it seems the worst has passed, but
Okay.
his heart lies silent.
I'll be really quiet for dialogue, because this game has a problem with dialogue that isn't the dragons.
You
Like,
are sure of this?
Yes.
Ill magic, the work of some curse. The whole world's already gone mad for fear of this dragon. Won't no good come of this? I must go see to the others, Kina. Tell me if aught changes here.
All right.
yeah, for some reason the dialogue in this game is super quiet. I think part of that is the weird, like, volume going to, like, half its normal stuff once you connect online. Like, but the thing is, this game connects to online even if you set your game to offline mode, like, once you load in. So your, like, volume gets half pretty much immediately. I'm not sure how to disable that. I'm not sure I want to try and disable that, because I'm probably going to have to troubleshoot for an hour figuring out how to turn off one thing without that also affecting my recording software. Because I'm sure I could probably uncheck a block somewhere that says, you know, let our devices use this, but then I wouldn't be able to record. I'm pretty sure. Like, I'd have to do, like, some weird, like, in-depth stuff. I might even need external programs and stuff for that. It's like... forget about it. Way too much trouble. So yeah, this is our hometown of Cassardis. Actually not used to using a shield and sword. It's not exactly the best setup. I much prefer the Strider route just for the bow. Bows in this game are pretty much overpowered. They're better than shields in almost every way. Just gonna, you know, loot some hidden loot. Anything else over here aside from an invisible wall? Fun fact, this is one of the few invisible walls in the whole game. Actually, you can see the capital city from here. Wow. And Blue Moon Tower over there. Can't see the DLC island, but I don't think you can see the DLC island from anywhere in this game. You just jump down here, little slide. Right? Isometricine, which I think is a curative. I think that's for possession, which is a status that's basically stupid and doesn't even affect me. I'll grab a few fish while I'm here. Like, there's absolutely no reason for me to be looting anything. As you can probably tell, I have 2,700 health, and that's because I'm level 127 because this is New Game Plus. Because of that, I might just rock the rusted sword and shield for a while because, like... Actually, what's my attack damage right now? It's 870. With the rusted sword, which probably has an attack value of like 20. Okay, 20 is being, like, generous. It's probably got, like, 15 attack value. But because of base strength through leveling as an assassin class, it's through the roof. So if I remember correctly, there's like 50 million quests you can get in this game. I'm probably not going to do them all. I'll pick up the 4 that I know are in Cassardis right off the bat. Just because these are 4 really quick quests. And also it'll give me a chance to speak to our NPCs in-game and not in cutscenes. And that'll really help me determine if I need to make more changes audio-wise before I move on with the series. Because what I might end up having to do is boosting my audio in post. And if that's the case, then I have to really make sure there's not one thing overpowering the error and, you know, really rebalance stuff. This will be a pain in the ass.
What I can help you with?
Oh, you're fine.
'Tis selfish to beg a favor in such times, I know. But there is aught I would ask your help in.
Okay.
Might we speak a moment? Privately.
Okay.
My thanks. 'Tis a sensitive matter. I would ask your discretion. In the wake of the dragon's coming, many of the villagers have come to offer prayers. As a novice and a newcomer, I welcome the chance to be of use, but my scriptures are missing. I have yet to commit the verses to memory. Without the text, I cannot offer up a proper prayer. The scriptures were secure in the chapel last I saw them. I do not wish to believe them stolen. If you come upon them, pray see them back to me. I would be ever in your debt.
Okay, first quest. I think there's another quest in here, but I think that's one of the wandering quest makers. It's not this kid.
'Twas me. I confess it. I took the father's book from the chapel.
Easiest quest ever.
I tried to go back and find the book, but I was in such a panic as I ran. I just wanted to look at it. Just curious is all.
Okay.
Forgive me. I cannot remember where I lost it. I got to steal a glance and then return it, but the dragon came and I dropped it as I ran. Cor, what am I to say to him now?
Alright, so you can go talk to the priest and he'll be like, whatever. Kid lost the book. Maybe we'll find it somewhere. Or you can be smart and find it right away. I'm pretty sure this kid has lost this book in some stupid god-awful place. It's like, okay, so you ran from the dragon and lost it, right? Oh my god, it's right there. Why were you running on the roof? So the dragon would have been down on that beach there? Somewhere? You saw the dragon and you managed to get onto this roof. Like, that's quite a jump, kid. Like, can you, like, hop up here, kid? Like, seriously? I don't have a role with this class. That's gonna be a problem. Maybe I should have stuck with Strider. Well, it's always good to get a different vocation going. There's all kinds of quests, like I said earlier, that can be picked up around here. I'm gonna probably have to wander around and find some people. There's her.
I'd craft dressings for the wounded, had I the makings. If only I'd known. Cuz I need a favor. Can you fetch the flowers I need from outside the village? I need more of the one you see there. And one other sort besides. The more you can find, the better.
I think you actually have to have the quest items in your inventory in this game. Which means I'll probably have to visit the inn and do that at some point. Okay, so the wandering quest giver is going to be a pain in the ass because he wanders, as his name implies. And there's all sorts of unmarked houses all around this game. It's like, oh, it's Fisherman's house. I think he could be in one of these Fisherman's houses. I just don't remember which one. Or I could sit there and camp at the church and hope he just walks in there eventually, which he will. Granted, that's not exactly fun to watch. But it does work. Or he's right here.
Hey, a moment. I would not ask this of anyone but you, cousin. I've news for Merin. Dark news. I fear I cannot bring myself to face him. Will you go in my stead? His brother is dead. It happened on the shore a ways. We were fleeing the worm, and Cortez leapt before the beast's talons to shield us.
Yeah, as if his boy was going to stop that.
I saw it. Saw him hurtling through the air. Saw him fall back to the ground. I did nothing. Just watched the poor man die. I cannot face Merin for the shame of it. He deserves to know what happened, but please go and tell him.
See, a lot of these quests are just basically really easy fetch quests. For the most part. And by easy, I mean tedious as all hell and really boring to do, quite honestly. And if you think these are boring and tedious, well, here's the inn. This is a notice board. I might have New Game Plus quests here, but these are basically... That's not even worth doing. 500 gold, 500 experience. Kill some goblins, kill some bandits, kill some mice, kill some rabbits, kill a bunch of Saurians. That's a new one. Well, may as well take them just to fill out our quest thing, but those board quests are quite literally go kill the thing or go find the thing. And they really exist only to give you starting equipment and gold so that you can buy stuff from shops. But like I said, it's so little this early in the game.
As you picking flowers for her. Pray, just be cautious, cat. The monsters grow bolder by night. If you must leave the village, go prepared. I do not fancy the thought of you going off on your own, but I trust in your judgment. If you come by the inn, you can always rest until the hour you wish to set out. In any case, take care. What can I do you for?
See, I can manage my stored items here, which means I should be able to just withdraw everything I had from my last playthrough, and I hoarded everything because there was no reason not to. Sorry about that. Alright. So there's all kinds of weapons here that are for all kinds of classes. As you can see down there, there's like 9 classes. So if I wanted to, I could grab one of these and just be overpowered for the entire game. Just go optimize that. As you can see here, oh look, it's Heaven's Key. The daggers I was going to beat the game with till I got these things. 983 damage. Which, albeit is less than the combination of these two, but since the class I was playing wasn't very magically oriented, these worked way better just because my magic is so low that, you know, the raw damage from this ended up being more worth it for me. And these aren't even like fully upgraded or close to that yet. Like once I get these Dragon Forged or like Dragon Forged and like gold tiered, if that ever happens, because I would have to farm a crap ton of materials on a really hard, like in the basically the DLC dungeon. That's where like everything past these is from. Because Dragons Dogma, this is the Dark Arisen version, which is the version that is on Steam. The original release of the game did not include an area called Bitter Black Island, which is pretty much what is added in Dark Arisen, along with like optimizations such as, not having to withdraw stuff to, reinforce weapons and stuff like that. Not having to have stuff in your inventory to make forgeries. A lot of like equipment menu optimizations and stuff that really help the game. Bardishas and stuff. Yeah, so main pawn was a sorcerer, in case you can't tell. What was her staff? I can't remember. Wasn't these. Was it Hallowed Dragon? Probably Hallowed Dragon. Yeah, I think it was the Holy Staff. 1206, 1208. Yeah, it was Hallowed Dragon. And then there's your bows and longbows. I could never get a good freaking bow. Or a bow that I wanted, I should say. I kept getting like Dragon's Glaze every time I wanted a bow. But unfortunately that's for a Ranger class. Which is a good class too, but for level up reasons, the Assassin class has the best strength scaling in the game by a mile. Which is why I was playing Assassin. And Dragon's Ire is still a really good bow. It's just fire element, and that doesn't help in a lot of situations. It helps really good for like most of the game. By endgame, you probably don't want fire infused, because every single dragon resists that pretty much. Like specifically, like the one dragons that could take like half an hour to kill, just because my bow is fire element. It's really bad. In any case, I'm probably not going to withdraw too much here. I will probably withdraw equipment. Like the Dragon Band. I think I'll wear the Dragon Band for sure. Okay. Can't remember what my clothing was. I'm pretty sure it wasn't Dragon Lair Vest. Maybe it was Brigandine Jerkin. I don't remember. Let's just sort that once again just to make sure. I know it wasn't the chainmail. No, actually there's a better way to do this, I think. Yeah, it's just change equipment. Durr. Yeah, I was definitely wearing the Dragon Band. I don't think I was wearing the jerkin. Could be wrong though. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to wear like half the stuff I was wearing. Oh yeah, wearing the sets. Oh, that sucks. Guess I got to like wear the frickin' champion's belt then. Which is fine for now. It's because I picked the warrior class and most of the equipment I used was for Strider type classes, which, if you look at the grid of 9 things at the bottom there, those are your classes. Anything with yellow is basically Strider based, which means they get daggers and bows. And, blue is your magic, and red would be your swords and shields. So as you can see, the Assassin probably has the most versatility among all melee weapons. They can use basically every kind of melee weapons except for two-handed. And quite honestly, bows are the best thing in the game, so any class of a bow is basically the best class. Specifically Magic Bowman, probably the best class in the game, as far as, being able to use magic and also shoot bows and use daggers. But the problem with Magic Bowman is, like, they're a magic class, you're not going to get a lot of damage. I mean, I do kind of want to play one, but the problem is my magic is so bad right now that it's just not optimal. If I wanted to do a magic class, I would have had to That's what I was wearing. Okay, the Parent Gambison. Yes, I'd switched to that before endgame. Okay, so that's my current getup. It looks stupid as all hell. I'm sure that will change over time. I don't have access to the gloves I want right now. So I guess I'll have to equip Dragon Wing. These are my pants. I can never find a good pair of pants in this game. Can I wear the... No, those are the boots. I don't have any boots. Okay, silk tights I do have. That waist guard, not really what I want. Let's see, Urban Hosen. I guess for now exotic high boots because, you know, at this point I'm just basically playing fashion Dogma. Whatever you want to call it. Put my freaking Lord Cloak back on. It's not the best cape in the game. This is probably the best cape in the game, the Tarot Mantle. If only because, look at, it resists every debilitation, basically, 15%. And it has, like, 2 to every elemental resistance. It's pretty much the best cape in the game. Sovereign's Mantle, Possession, and Skill Stifling, I think. I think the arm is Skill Stifling, which basically means, you know, stuff isn't going to be able to... Frick, I'm at a loss for words here. Means stuff's not going to be able to lower my stats. Frickin'. That took way longer to get out than it should have. Okay. Dragon Blood, best ring in the game probably, because resists, once again, every status ailment in the game. 25% this time. Anything that, you know, reduces status ailments, really good. 52 strength. You know, because I need it to be more overpowered. Even though I'm using probably the worst weapons.
What can I do you for? Take care now.
Okay.
I'm on.
No, actually, while I'm here, I might as well just
What can I do you for? As you will.
withdraw the quest items I need, because I'm sure I've stockpiled a crap ton. What was it? Sunbright? I actually don't have enough. I need 5 and I only have 4. But what I can do is I'll withdraw like 2, because I know where to get free really easy. I'll withdraw a couple of Moonglow too, because I'm going to need them.
What can I do you for? You take care now.
No point in rusting yet, so... Let's get on with the game. I'm wasting my time here. Now, does Adaro have anything for me? Oh, this quest.
What? Cortez is found? I see. Elvar has suffered in this as well. Cortez made his choice. He faced his end with valor and died a man. Elvar bears no fault in that. He has no cause to blame himself. My thanks, good Fisher. I am sorry this burden fell upon you. I shall go and put Elvar at ease.
Okay, so I have to report back to him at some point. I've always looked at those columns in the distance and wondered how to get to them. There's no way. Absolutely no way. Before you say, well, just swim over. You can't swim in this game. And the way Capcom has decided to make it so you can't swim in this game is if you get in the water, red stuff swarms around you and basically forces you to return to shore once it catches you. It's basically just a way to force you to stay on dry land. I can't remember if the village chief has a quest for me.
Join me for a drink?
That's not the village chief. It's Kina. Oh, yeah, that's right. Chief Adaro at this time of day, probably wandering around the center of the sea. Or on the beach. Like, that's the thing in this game. NPCs wander around a lot, and certain NPCs will only appear in town for certain very weird times of day. And there's no real clock in this game. So it's hard to judge exactly what time of day it is at any given time. And yeah, because of that, it's kind of a mess. So anyways, if that Fisher guy's still in this house, this will be an easy turn in. Which he's not, because it's that time of day where he would be at the church. Okay. Well, I have 2 quests to turn in the church anyway, so... Okay, that's the kid that lost the book. That's the guy that told me to do his dirty work.
I thank you, cousin. Pray forgive the trouble my cowardice has placed upon you. Cortez did not trade his life for mine, so I could wallow in idle self-pity. I live the best I am able, for his sake.
Easy quest, like negligible reward.
I am newly come, but now, just as others have come to rely upon me...
Okay, you're just gonna talk about your frickin' scriptures. Like, take your damn book.
The scriptures! You found them! Oh, Maker be praised! I cannot thank you enough. Truly, the people of Cassardis are a good-hearted bunch. Now I can once more offer proper prayer on behalf of the village. But I have dallied long enough. There is work for me to do.
Alright, hope you enjoyed these 2 characters. You will never see either of them again in this game. Not that they die or anything, there's just absolutely no reason to have done either of those quests other than the complete quests. Like, that is probably the single biggest problem in this game. Is there's... I don't have instant reset. I can't just, like, take the fall damage and just stand back up immediately. I love doing that with any of the dagger-wielding classes. They get instant reset. Basically, it's a way to get back up on your feet if you're knocked over. So, let's go to good old gates over here. We got ourselves another black hole. That's probably not good. Ah, Christ, it's this idiot, isn't it? Hey, it's the default pawn everyone gets. Most people playing this game casually. This game expected me to be wearing the air shirt. That's a problem. Okay, so what you're supposed to see there is you're supposed to see my chest glow, but because I've changed clothing, there was no glow. Oh, that's funny.
They come from some unknown place, just appear without a warning. They're a strange lot.
I think every other cutscene in the game where that happens, they put the glow, like, outside your clothing. Or to, like, move it forward a bit so you can see it through. Because otherwise it looks stupid like that.
Not human, quite. They look the part, sure enough, but they lack the will, the spark, what drives us. They have no capacity to feel nor act alone, so they live as sellswords. Myrmidons, they're called. There's an encampment west of the village where men gather to face the dragon. I'd wager a fair number of his kind will be there as well. Why don't you take him? Might be you learn aught of why he came to you in the first place.
Before leaving, visit the store to make sure you've ample supplies.
So here's the deal with pawns. Oh, you can't use the Riftstone yet. Yeah, Riftstones are locked until you get to the encampment. Oh yeah, that's right. So you're about to learn pawns will basically always be trying to restore your health and stuff. I think fall damage in this game is percentage based. Takes a percent of your max health. Which is why I had to use so much healing on me there. So I've got to go grab some flowers because I'm apparently really low on sunbright. It's probably from that, like, one archer staff that required it.
This path should see us there.
So yeah, this guy's gonna try and lead me around, you know, get me to do the main quest.
Goblin!
That's a rabbit, sir. I don't remember him giving 20 XP, but... Oh, that's a goblin. Okay, it's not one-hit kills. But now that he's enchanted my weapon with, fire, probably will be one-hit kills. So yeah, these giant trees here will have sunbright under them. Ah, fuck, it's Renard.
Careful!
I actually failed this quest my first time through the game. Because I came out here with rusted daggers. And he died before I could kill the goblins, because start of the game with rusted daggers are like the worst weapon in the game, basically.
I'm called Reynard, a traveling salesman, though those damnable beasts ruined my wares. But thanks to you, it was only wares I lost. I'll consider it a bargain. You have my thanks.
It's like one of the only quests I actually failed in the game. The other one being the error quest he gives me, because if you fail that quest, he's dead forever. So yeah, he's going to run back to Cassardis, which I'm going to do too, because I have some stuff to deliver. And what I'm probably going to do, because this is a New Game Plus run, technically. Granted, I am nerfing myself on purpose, just to try and maintain some semblance of difficulty.
The wounded need medicine, cousin. Pray bring the flowers for the compound quick as you can. The mixture calls for 2 types of flowers.
Okay, yeah, you need flowers. Anyways, as I was saying before, I took on this quest, is, for this game, I'm probably going to go through each area once, and then once I've walked an area once, I'm probably just going to fast travel everywhere. Because there's absolutely no reason to walk everywhere in this game, especially since I've beaten it once, and quite honestly, if you were to watch me do a playthrough of this, from New Game, you would be watching me walk through the same areas hundreds of times with respawning enemies, and you will get really tired really fast of me fighting goblins for like the 300th time on the same road. Because that's part of why this game is so long.
Ah, brought the rest of them, have you? My thanks, cousin. All that remains is to find some moon glow. A pinch mixed with these will make a fine medicine. The wounded need the mixture.
Yes, they need medicine. Here's your moon glow.
Aye, that's the one! You found it!
God, your voice.
Moonglow has grown rare in these parts of late. 'Tis a relief to see it. Good! That's the both of them. In truth, I am surprised to see them got so quickly. I'll get to work directly. With luck, we'll have everyone back to health ere long. 'Tis your doing, cousin. I fear there's little I can offer you in thanks. Save this. Pray, take it. Now, to make some medicine.
Yeah, this is one of those rare in-game cutscenes. This game doesn't do a lot of these, and usually when it does, it's for characters of some importance. And by some importance, I mean they're characters that can become your beloved, usually. Granted, I'm not sure you can become Benita's beloved. Actually, that's the other thing I want to talk about, is New Game Plus. Like, in this game, whether you want it or not, by the time you fight the dragon, you're going to have a lover. And your lover will be whichever NPC, has the most affection rating for you, which, for most people playing this game, is probably going to be whichever merchant you gave the golden idol to. Because, quite honestly, the gifting system in this game is kind of vague, and, like, why would you ever, just give away stuff to people? So what quests do I still have? Bandits. I just have to make for the encampment. I think that's basically it here for now. I'm sure I'm probably forgetting a quest. But whatever. I did Renard's quest. That's the main thing I wanted to make sure I did, because that's, I think, one of the only 2 quests I didn't do because Reynard died.
To the encampment. This path should see us there.
I'm just not sure how this game tallies quest completion, because it resets all quest progress when you beat the game. So if I have to redo every single quest in the game to get the achievement for that, I'm going to be really sad. But if I only have to do Renard's, I can probably do that real quick. And like I said, I'm probably going to skip some of the quests. I'll do the ones that are either interesting or that give really decent rewards. Because, quite honestly, there's no point in doing a lot of these quests. Some of them are lore building. A lot of them are, oh, come get the IMs because I asked you to get the IMs.
We've arrived, Master.
Like, half the ones in that town. Like, these quests have the illusion of lore building. They don't really...
My knowledge. Can you hear a Reefstone, if memory serves.
Yes, get used to pawns talking over dialogue. They do this all the time. Like, pawns basically are like children. They don't shut up. They talk to you all the time. They always say the same shit. They have, like, 3 messages that can cycle through at any given point for any given thing. And, you know, like, their personalities and stuff will determine, like, the RNG on the messages and stuff. There will be multiple times where pawns will say the same thing walking through areas. It gets really, really kind of hilarious and annoying at the same time. So actually, what I may as well do here...
Have all you need? We are an end first and foremost, but we offer more than simple lodging. We can safeguard your belongings, or aid in learning new skills. Have your pick.
So this is the first character in the game that can teach you skills. Now because I went with the fire vocation, I'm just going to grab basically everything. Everything I don't already have. I still have all my secret augments. What secret augments are is, I believe on Bear Black Island, you can get like level 3 novelties which can unlock some of these augments. Some of these are really, really good. Some of these are kind of useless or only good for grinding. Opportunism, probably one of the best ones. Let's see. Damage from falls. Ballista reloading. Ballista are like completely worthless. But you know, I go on for fun because I had a shit ton of discipline and still do. So let's change our enabled skills. I still have all my skills from my last playthrough unlocked, which is really good. I still have skills from like the assassin class. Okay, so what do I want here? Skyward slashes, I might need that. That's a really good finisher, but honestly, sword classes in this game, for the most part, not very good because they don't have a bow. So I'm going to imagine that that's probably like Spin Slash from Zelda.
Have your pick. Come again soon.
Whatever. Like, I'm not supposed to have these abilities. This is just New Game Plus stuff.
Well met, Arisen. Can you hear our voice? We speak to you from across great distance. The Pawn Legion has awaited you. Pray, forgive this strange and impersonal greeting. This rift serves as a gate. It connects our kind to your world. It opens to the Arisen. For they possess a will powerful enough to guide the Legion. If you would claim to be among the Arisen, prove the strength of your resolve.
So, this little speech right here holds a lot of meaning for the actual endgame. Meaning that most people probably won't even realize. They'll be like, oh, it's a thing. You're special. You get to do... This is actually entirely, whatever he said here, the crux of the game.
Very well. Then we shall guide you in your trial. If you are an Arisen in truth, this humble task will prove no obstacle. The Arisen must possess the valor to stand against all threats, and the power to quell them. A tireless spirit of self-improvement grants the strength to lead the Legion. Pray, show it now.
So this is where it's going to get interesting, because I have not played this class very often. Granted, I should have really good stamina, because, you know, I've trained a crap ton of stamina. Hey, it's Mercedes. They're also known as Best Waifu.
We can have your pick. Any you like.
The person I would have preferred to have been my lover instead of one of the 2 merchants, but, you know, apparently you can't change that because, you know, after you get to a certain point in the game, people start leaving the game, and once they leave the game, they're not coming back till the next playthrough. So I lost my chance at having her as waifu. This time, however, I'm not going to lose my chance. I will make sure of that.
What will it be today? Have your pick. Come again.
Now, this is hilarious to me.
Aught to say, sir?
It's a present. Oh wow, I didn't even have to withdraw it. It's probably one of the optimizations they made.
I thank you. 'Tis very kind.
Yep, French girl. This game is weird with, like, French people. Like, it's really weird because, like, this is, like, as far as I can tell, the only overly French person in the game. I think there's a couple other, like, side characters who have slightly French accents, but hers is the thickest by a mile. And also, she is probably by far the best female character in the game. No joke. She is actually best waifu.
Belongings? Or have your pick. Any you like. What will it be today?
So I just took that for no reason. Hey, I still have the strength boost. Got lantern on me. I've got, like, all this food that I probably don't need to carry on me. Green Warish Mifude. Restores Lord things. I don't really need it. I still have potent Green Warish on me. Don't need that. Certainly don't need all those. A lot of this stuff is,
What will it be
actually,
today?
what I should do right now is I should probably withdraw useful stuff. Don't need the port crystal yet, though that'll come into effect soon. Okay, I'll take the elite lantern because that stays lit longer, I believe. The eternal fairy stone. Keep the godspan. Don't need lift stones right now. Take a pickaxe just for fun. There's a few things in here that are actually kind of useful. So I'll take this Worm King's ring for sure. It's actually a very useful item. Okay, these are all quest items, which apparently I keep, which is super weird. The item I'm looking for specifically... it's probably another, actually. Here it is, the Badge of Merit. I don't know how these work, but I've always kept them on me because apparently having one of each species alters drops, which I think just means better drop rates for certain rare items. In which case, that would mean that's basically essential to have on me. Skeleton keys to open locked doors, there's very few. Matter of fact, in the base game, I think there's only 2 doors, really, that you would need skeleton keys for. Unless you get thrown in jail, in which case you'd have to make them to get out. But skeleton keys, always helpful to have a few on hand just for locked doors, even though there's only 2 in the base game. The DLC adds like 4 more. Yeah, there's a total of 6 doors requiring a skeleton key in this game. And honestly, the ones in the main game stay open forever, the ones in the DLC don't.
Have your pick. Can you come again soon?
Alright, so with that, I should be ready to go. Let's advance the story. Actually, I'm going to check my recording. I should have really done that earlier. So I'm going to go check my recording, make sure everything's going smoothly, and should be back in just a few minutes.